Hey, what's going on? It's 6 p.m. It is time for the Screen Team. We've got a good show for you this week. I've got Miss Sabrina J back in the studio. We're going to be doing a couple of films this evening. Our first one is a movie called Annie, which you and I, we did Annie, the original, I think 4 or 5 months ago with Kim Scott.
Yep.
But this go-around, we're going to be doing the one that came out last Christmas with Jamie Foxx. You're going to take a break because we'll be doing the movie Kung Fury, which is probably one of the greatest independent films ever created in the humanity of man. But you are not interested in seeing such awesomeness.
I got other things to do.
So I'm going to have Jake come in and review that with me. But then you're coming back and you're going to do Fantastic Four with me. So 2 out of 3 ain't bad. It's like that old Meatloaf song, right?
Right.
So let's start off with Annie. Annie is a film that came out in Christmas last year. It stars Jamie Foxx, like I said, Rose Byrne, and Cameron Diaz. It's the third film adaptation of the Little Orphan Annie comic strip, and also it's taken from that, but it's also taken from the musical as well. When I first heard about this project was tied to Will Smith and Jay-Z. Will Smith was going to use this film as a vehicle to promote his daughter, I think her name's Willow.
Yes.
To be the Annie character. And Jay-Z was supposed to be playing the Mr. Warbucks character.
Okay.
For some reason, it kind of got caught in development, and Will Smith's daughter got a little too old for the part. So she wasn't able to do it. I don't know why they didn't do Jay-Z. I mean, he's such a great actor, but... But anyway, they got this awesome young lady. I can't pronounce her name. What is it? No, come here, Maisha.
What is it called? What's her name?
What's her name, Maisha?
Her name is Quavagene. Yeah.
Quavagene Wallace. Did I get the last name right?
Yes.
Awesome. But she is like spectacular in this film.
She's already been up for Oscar when she was in
The Beasts of the Southern Wild.
Yes,
and
I fell in love with that movie and her all at the same time.
She is just fantastic. With that said, she is fantastic. The rest of this film is total garbage. Total garbage. That's
This is
the
one
French.
of those movies that I feel like, wow, I'm most embarrassed for Cameron Diaz.
Why are you? She's terrible.
That's why I'm embarrassed.
She's
for her.
horrible in this film, man.
Horrible.
I'm not embarrassed for her.
horrible.
I'm like, what person decided this was okay? That's what I want to know. I feel embarrassed for that person. What person was like, out of all the people in the world to play Mrs. Hannigan, Cameron Diaz, yeah, that's a great idea.
Awful.
That person needs to be fired.
Awful. Everybody's got one of those films in their back pocket they wish they'd never made. This should be Cameron's.
Well, no, we might be a little blindsided. We might be a little bit jaded because you and I grew up watching Carol Burnett play Miss Hannigan.
Yeah.
Perfection.
Yeah.
I mean, she was amazing. And I don't think we were looking for quite that, but we were looking for something somewhat comparable.
There's the ability to give a nod to a traditional character. In any movie. You have expectations. Everybody has expectations, especially with Annie. And Carol Burnett set the mark so high that it is unreachable by any stretch of the imagination for anybody in the field right now, I think.
But I mean, I guess I wasn't.
I'm not done.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, I'm not done.
I'm sorry, Miss Hannigan.
I'm going to say that not only did they jack up the character by rewriting the character and cutting out half of her story. Hannigan's story is just hacked up into little bitty pieces and just made it's self-destructive from the beginning. And then they wrote in all these other characters that aren't in the original story, aren't in the cartoon strip. They become the villain, and it's just like, what are you doing to the story? So not only did they jack up her character, but they jacked up the story and then tried to rewrite the songs.
I was getting ready to ask you about that. When you first watch the first 15 to 20 minutes of it, you've got your standards, the ones that you know, like They kind
Hard
of
Knocks Life.
Hard Knocks Life. I thought was good. I was tapping into it. I was getting into it. There was another song. I forget which one it was, but I was like, okay, I'm liking the new version. And then they totally went off script and started doing I think there was at least 4 or 5 new songs in this. And
awful.
But you did like one of them, though.
I liked pretty much anything the little Quavashene was doing.
Mm-hmm.
I like her and how she can pull something off and bring a fresh feeling to what she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
I tolerated the additional songs that she was in, but not the rest. Hey, Jamie Foxx, God bless him, he couldn't pull this off either. He was not a Daddy Warbucks.
Yeah,
wasn't.
And then, I love Jamie Foxx, but this was not one of his best roles either. I don't think.
But I don't think they stood a chance. They just didn't write it the right way. You just don't veer from perfection and then try to re-envision it for a new audience. And maybe there's people out there that hadn't ever seen the old one, and they have no expectations. And to them, this might be a good movie and enjoyable if they like musicals. But
right.
It has no place in my library.
Wow. My goodness. Yeah, I'm with you, Sabrina. I'm not a fan of this film at all, man, and I don't really recommend it to a lot of folks. I mean, I don't want to say it's like, I don't want to say it's total trash, but it's it's just not good.
We've seen worse movies.
Yeah, we've seen worse movies.
But this one just had such high expectations that makes it feel like such a disappointment.
I guess I'm trying to find a positive spin on this film. Is this the kind of film that you could put on during the holiday season where it's Thanksgiving or Christmas, and you think this is a film families can get around and experience and enjoy the holiday season with a film like this?
You can play this movie. It's safe. It's non-offensive as far as I can tell. It's something that could be on in the living room while your family is over. And during a holiday get-together, there's nothing that's going to happen on that movie that's going to, I should have been watching and fast-forwarded through that. You might choose to fast-forward through parts of it just to get past it because it's so lame. But other than that, it's a safe movie. It's a safe kids movie. It's just not very interesting. I just feel really bad. I mean, not even Sandy the dog was done right.
Yeah.
And God, just somebody missed the mark with this one. And I just wish they hadn't even tried, do something different.
Man, I still can't get over Cameron Diaz.
That's hard sell on this one, but that's how it is.
Well, it's...
if I'm going to say something positive about it besides the little girl who plays Annie, the choreography was nice.
Okay.
They did a good job, especially with Hard Knock Life, and they did a good job on incorporating the kids into their choreography and getting the music together for that song. That was nice. And it felt safe. It felt comforting. But then they just totally took us down the wrong path after that.
Well, it's a shame you didn't see Kung Fury, because that movie would make you feel a lot better. Jake is coming in the studio next to review Kung Fury, the greatest movie of all time. It's coming your way next on Today's Talk 930 KWOC.